Hi, it is Gwyneth from Feel Good Coaching and Consulting, and I hope you are having a fabulous Feel Good day, whatever day it is that you're watching this. I want to talk today very briefly about how you can use social media in your job search, in particular on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is considered to be the largest social media platform for professional networking, but a lot of people don't use it to its full extent. And a lot of people also assume that it's more about business to business as opposed to individuals actually looking for work. Some people, unfortunately, also think it's a bit like an upgraded Facebook, but it's none of those things. LinkedIn can be very, very useful in your job search. And I'm telling you this today because regrettably, recently, I've been seeing more and more, how should we say, people who've got on their profiles, they've been talking about, looking for an opportunity. Well, that's all well and good, but put yourself in the situation of the potential employer. Would you be wanting to employ somebody who's looking for an opportunity, who's quite clearly not happy where they are or unemployed? Because if I was an employer, I'd be thinking, well, what's wrong with them? Why do they want to do this? Employers are much more likely to look for somebody who's a bit more positive about everything, talking about themselves. So there are 3 things I want to tell you. Number 1, make the effort to go to the photographer and get a proper photograph taken. Head and shoulders, whatever, that's absolutely enough. To the extent possible, and I know everybody's going to say, yeah, but Gwyneth, your photo doesn't do this. I'm laughing on my photograph, but to the extent possible, make sure that you are facing forward and you have eye contact. So the person looking at your photograph sees you. If you're looking away from the camera, or even worse, if you've sort of got half your face cut off because you've just cropped a holiday photograph, it's not good. So that's number 1. Go and get a photograph taken. It is absolutely well worth it. And make sure also that you have the same photograph across all your social media platforms. So Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, everything. Number 1. Number 2, LinkedIn is a software program with algorithms just like any other recruitment system, for example, that's used in the UN or international organizations. So think about that. When you are creating your profile, you need to do a couple of things. Don't give yourself the title of the job that you have at the moment. You know, at the top where you see your photograph and your name and everything, don't just put your title in there. Think about the kind of job that you're actually looking for, the kind of job that, or the job title that describes what you would love to do, and put that in there instead. LinkedIn has nothing to do with the current job. Your employer can't turn around and say, well, that's not your job. You're talking about, you're using LinkedIn to network, to tell other people what you want to do. So think carefully about that. And also throughout the profile, as I said, the same with any electronic recruitment software, use keywords. Okay, use keywords in your profile, in the description of who you are, to attract other people, because when employers come online and start doing the search, they're going to be looking for specific words like, I don't know, admin assistant or project manager or oh gosh, I can't think of anything, accountant or expert, all sorts of stuff. So get those keywords into your profile so that they're easy to find. And number 3, and this is a mistake that I made in the beginning on LinkedIn, is to look for groups that interest you. Don't go into groups where your peers are. So the mistake I made when I first went onto LinkedIn is I joined a lot of HR groups because I'm very, very interested in HR. But what I realized actually was that I had put myself into groups basically with the competition. And that wasn't where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in groups where my potential clients, where my potential customers are. So think about where the kind of people that you want to work with are hanging out, and go and look at those groups. You don't have to get involved if you don't want to, but just listen, as they say, to the groups. See what other people are saying, and if you feel confident enough at some point, then give a comment. Now, social media, there is absolutely no getting away with it. And I shall be doing a webinar in the next couple of weeks where I talk about all the social media platforms and what you can do to improve your profile if you are in the situation where you are currently looking for a job. Regardless of whether you're looking for a job, however, the very least you should do is to get a decent photograph on LinkedIn so that whoever's looking at you, you give a professional impression. Okay, keep an eye on your inbox if you're watching this through my newsletter. or on Google Plus, or wherever you're watching this. Keep an eye on your on what I'm going to be posting, because I will be posting full details about that webinar where we're going to talk about how you can improve your profile across all the social media platforms. It's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. Have a fabulous day. Thanks very much for listening. Lots of love, and bye for now.